The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by Rising Hope Counseling, Bank West, Fisher Rounds, Billion Auto, AGE, Capital City Ford, Lincoln and Toyota, and Envirotech.
Back out for Barry. How about another one for Barry? You betcha! You betcha! 3 threes in the corner for Ryan Barry. She's got 23 tonight.
And by American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, River Bottom Sanitation, CHS River Plains, Wheelhouse Auto Body, Edward Jones Financial, and Allied Plumbing and Heating.
And that pass is stolen away. Here is Keatles wide open. Windmill slam for Lincoln Keatles. And a timeout taken by Coach Wilhelm.
Here Governor Basketball is also brought to you by Ferding Electric, Gales Gas, First Dakota National Bank, Faith Lutheran, Lamb Motors, James Pharmacy, and B&B Equipment.
Tipped out. Terwilliger gets the rebound. They will foul her one more time. With 9.2 to go.
And just listen to him.
And what an atmosphere it was tonight here at Riggs High School.
And by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Todd's Electric, Graham Tire, Avera, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. And now with the call, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you to Harrisburg High School, where a site where this will be a fun matchup between two teams that are sitting inside the top 6, nearly in the top 5, as the Harrisburg Tigers host the Pierre Governors here tonight, the first of back-to-back games for the Govs, who will take on O'Gorman here in the Sioux Falls area tomorrow. As Harrisburg coming in at 8-2, they sit at number 2 in the standings. The Governors have moved up to 6th. They're sitting at 8-4 on the year. They've played their 12 games so far. Harrisburg just their 11th game coming up here tonight. But this is a fun matchup because when you look at what the Governors and the Harrisburg Tigers did last year, it was a thrilling double overtime game where the Governors end up picking the Constellation Championship to win 5th place at the state tournament in Rapid City. Harrisburg is a team that's bringing just about everybody back. They've got 5 guys returning with experience, where the Governors were returning from the last year's team with a lot of time just one guy, Jed Zabel, a guy that did not play last year and but did have experience varsity-wise coming back into this season. But Harrisburg is a team that you're going to be more familiar with than what the Governors, or what Harrisburg is going to be familiar with the Governors. All film is the only thing that you can see from this Governor team, and not really much of what you have seen in person. So this is a fun matchup, though, because Harrisburg's got 2 of the best athletes, 2 of the best basketball players in the state. They're led by Jacoby Merriman, who is going to be a guy that you just want to contain him throughout the entire night. You're not going to stop what he does, but you hope to limit what he can do here tonight against the Pierre Governors. But that's going to be where the Governors are wanting to thrive, is stopping those scores for Harrisburg, at least keeping up with them. And the rebound, the glass is going to be huge, like it is every game for the Governors and the Tigers, but especially for the Governors, who make a living off of offensive rebounds. That's going to be one of the keys tonight, and we'll talk with both coaches about that as well here tonight before we get started with this game. Governors and the Harrisburg Tigers coming up from Harrisburg High School. Glad you're with us here on KCCR and also on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We will step aside for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll start our conversation with our coaches. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
We might not be the largest repair shop in town, but we take pride in what we do.
We want to make the experience as painless as possible for you, so we will work with your insurance company on your claim from beginning to the end. Locally owned with 50 years combined in the shop, Wheelhouse Auto Body will take the stress off of you. Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield, or contact them at 605-494-0436, 605-494-0436, or wheelhouseautobody@gmail.com.
This winter, sip on a delicious hot cocoa and lose yourself in the grace of a fresh falling snow before you smash that hot mug on the driveway and join First Dakota to bank some noise for winter sports. Stomp for block shots, holler for match ceiling takedowns, and go berserk for a perfect dismount. Let's give the home team all we've got. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com, member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, joining me is Coach Langrock of the Harrisburg Tigers. And Coach, big game tonight between Pierre and Harrisburg. You guys obviously sitting at number 2 in the AA standings right now. As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, joining me is Coach Langrock of the Harrisburg Tigers. And Coach, big game tonight between Pierre and Harrisburg. You guys obviously sitting at number 2 in the AA standings right now. What's been so good about this Harrisburg team to this point of the season?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of experience back. You know, we got 5 guys, actually. All 5 of our starters played in the state tournament quite a bit last year. So they have an understanding of what the expectations of what it takes to win AA basketball games, home and away. So they have an understanding of that, and they prepare every day in practice. And we've had 8-10 games now, so they understand what it takes, and they've executed very well.
This Pierre team comes in tonight. They're sitting in 6th place in the AA standings, so 2 almost top 5 teams playing. But what have you seen from Pierre on film that makes them dangerous?
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, they graduated such a great class last year with all the talent and the ability, skill players and the finesse and the athleticism. And so everybody would just assume that they're going to take a step back this year, but they're not. They're just winning in a different way. And the one thing that's just consistent year after year when you play a Pierre team is the competitiveness, the willingness to do whatever it takes to win basketball games. I don't know if it's in the water out there or what's going on, but they're just winners. You know, they're winners, and they do whatever it takes. And this team maybe isn't as skilled as past Pierre teams, but they certainly have the mindset that they expect to win every game, and it bodes very well. So they do have some D1 athletes out there. I mean, it's not like they're chumps by any means. So they have the ability, and they have enough skill set, shot making ability. They keep plays alive. If they miss a shot, they're getting a tip out for a kick out 3, or they're getting an offense rebound and a putback, or maybe even a foul. So they're they're scoring enough in enough different ways, so you have to be prepared to just get the defensive rebound and end that possession.
Well, you guys played Pierre a couple times last year in the state tournament, and obviously you mentioned 5 guys returning that had experience from last year's state tournament, where you look on the other side for Pierre, and a lot of guys didn't have that experience. So now for people that got to see Harrisburg play from the Pierre side, what's maybe a little bit different about Harrisburg, or if there's anything different about what Harrisburg is from last year this year?
I think maybe the one thing for us this year that we're really excited about is we're sharing the ball. Obviously, Jacoby is a 3-year starter. He's going to go over 1,000 in the next game or two. Gonna hope, he's just been a special player for us. Braden Van Bakeren, same thing. Absolutely, just can score on 3 different levels. And then Cam Phipps did tremendous work in the offseason, got himself in shape, dropped 30 pounds. You'll see him tonight. He plays very well on the post. He's got great feet, great hands. He's got his touchback. We're sharing the ball right now, and Mannix is just kind of our foreman that just kind of keeps us moving. He moves without the ball. He gets the loose balls. He gets the offensive rebounds. And then Feldy's just a competitor out there guarding the best team, the opponent's best player on the perimeter, and he pushes our tempo. So they're just pretty connected right now, and they share the ball, and they're just excited to win basketball games. They don't care who gets the buckets or whatnot, and that's probably been our biggest growth is just the team concept of it.
I like to ask you, how key is a good start, but obviously key is always to have a good start. But what's going to be a reason, a key to the success of a good start?
Yeah, I think us getting into our transition flow, our offensive flow, if we're running our entries or if we're just jogging down and then just trying to get into our motion. If we can get into our entries and play through the paint early, I think that opens up. We play inside out, and I think that sets a good tone for us if we can get some good outside open looks.
And then overall, what's going to be the biggest key for the Harrisburg Tigers to get a win tonight?
Yeah, just got to rebound the basketball. We just have to rebound the basketball on both ends, to be honest with you. But defensive rebounding and staying out of foul trouble will be the thing.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate you.
That is Coach Langrock of the Harrisburg Tigers. Back with more of the pregame show next here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
As we welcome you back to the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Join me as Coach Brianna Kusler. And Coach, you come in Harrisburg. This is a big weekend for the Governors, taking on Harrisburg and O'Gorman. Two teams over 500. Obviously, Harrisburg first tonight, and the number 2 team in the state. This has got to be an exciting weekend for what the Governors, to see what the Governors can do against, especially this team right now, number 2.
Right. What an opportunity. This is awesome. This is exactly why you play, and what a great time to be playing games like this, because we've told the guys multiple times and presented it as that opportunity and as that challenge. I mean, if you see them as the top guys in the state and that they're out of reach, then what are we doing this for? And they don't. But it's your approach to all of this and the mentality that you have to have that we're going to go in battle against anybody because we're capable of doing that. And being disciplined and controlling what we can control on our side of the court, on our side of the ball, both ends, is going to be really important against both of these teams, but especially tonight, starting against Harrisburg. This week for us as a whole was a big week, and we knew that going in, and they got the job done on Tuesday, and that was, in order for this weekend to be as successful as it can be, that needed to happen. They've gotten part 1 of the piece, of the puzzle, and now it's time to get 2 and 3. And in any which way you look at it, win or lose coming out tonight, or coming out this weekend, we of course we're going to battle for us to get some wins. This is really good competition for us, but we're going to grow a lot, and what a time to be doing that.
This Harrisburg team here at home, what have you seen from them on film getting ready for this game? Obviously, probably do a lot of good things, but what have you seen overall from this team?
They're led by Jacoby Mehrman and Braden Van Bakker, and those are their 2 guys that primarily get a lot of scoring, and we're going to look to try and shut them down early with a little bit of junk defense thrown at them. We feel like we've got the athletes to be able to keep up with them in that regard. Of course, if something doesn't work, we can always go to something new. I think that they've got a solid supporting cast. They're outside of their starting 5. Their bench depth, I feel confident that we've got more depth and experience than what they do. So from a standpoint of quality contribution to the team, and so I think that's an area that we can see some success tonight is the depth that we do have against them, but shutting those 2 down early is going to be a big emphasis. Not allowing them to get hot, because they're 2 of the most talented players in the state right now. They just happen to be on the same team. We want to limit their rhythm looks, trying to limit, in all honesty, the touches that they get overall. The more that we can discourage any sort of touches on the ball, the better. And then when they do catch the ball, if they do catch the ball, then we're playing straight up solid defense like we've been able to do thus far, and then just allowing that defense and the rebounding that we're capable of to propel us into that offense and see some transition opportunities against a team like this, and being able to just execute offensively.
You guys, obviously on Tuesday got the win against Aberdeen Central, came back from a 10-point halftime deficit. Here in this game, the starts that you've had in quarters haven't, especially in that first half against Aberdeen Central, weren't probably what you wanted to see. So how important is it to get, just in general, for the confidence-wise, for a good start here tonight?
It's going to be very important. We talk about it all the time, how important that is, coming out hot. And it's not so... We talked after the Brandon game and Aberdeen that we can't allow, and let's say shots aren't falling early. That doesn't dictate what our defense is doing. We've shown time and time again, our defense is what creates us opportunities, and that has to be a constant, regardless of what is going on the other end of the floor for us. Because trusting that if we continue to get good ball reversals, get quality looks, that the shots are going to fall, but taking care of the business that we can and that we can control on the defensive side of things first, and just kind of setting the tone there that we're going to be physical. We're going to rebound. We're not going to make things easy on you. We've got to make sure that we're containing, closing gaps, and forcing them to have to do things that they don't want to do, and more that we want them to do.
Going in here tonight, what's going to be the biggest reason here for the Govs to get a win?
We've really got to win the glass, both ends of the floor. We've got to put some pressure on them to rebound offensively, and then clear ourselves defensively as well. Getting out in transition, and really the biggest thing is to slow down the couple of guys that have shown to be their biggest scorers, but then also not allowing that supporting cast to go off because they're capable as well. So, just playing really quality team defense, team offense, everything. Tonight's going to be a big team opportunity.
Coach, hey, I appreciate the time as always. Good luck tonight with Talking the Postgame.
Thank you.
Back with more of the pregame show next in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Perfect.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! Going! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 0.9% APR for 60 months. Check out their full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors and the Harrisburg Tigers getting set for tip-off as we go through the starting lineups. First for the visiting Pierre Governors, Luke Olson, the 5'11 junior guard, will get the start along with Jet Zabel, the 6'5 senior forward. Cade Kaiser wearing number 5, the 6'2 senior guard. Number 10, Dawson Getz, the 6'3 junior guard. And Miles Doyle, the 6'1 senior guard. The 5 starters for the Pierre Governors. Now for the Harrisburg Tigers, it is going to be number 1, Braden Feldy, the 5'11 junior guard. Number 11, Braden Van Bakker, and the 6'3 senior guard. Maddox Black will get the start, the 6'3 senior forward. Jacoby Merman, he's the guy that kind of watched at 6'4 senior guard. And Camden Phipps, the 6'6 senior forward. We are set and ready to roll from the gym in Harrisburg. As you can see, just to the right of the American Family Insurance Brady Shuffle by scoreboard. That's where the clock is at. Our camera will be stagnant tonight, so the usual time on that clock, if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, is not going to be where it normally it's not going to be there because it's just off to the right that you can see. So that'll be our timer for the evening. So we are set, ready to roll. The Governors going from the top to the bottom of your radio dial. Harrisburg from the bottom to the top, as it will be Plack and Kaiser for the opening tip-off, and it is won by Cade Kaiser, and the Governors will get the first possession here tonight. Luke Olson will throw it right side for Miles Doyle. Dawson gets back for Doyle. Around the perimeter it goes for Olson on the left side. Olson looking backdoor, looking for a backdoor cut for Cade Kaiser. And now Getz will pass it over to Kaiser on the wing. Into the corner for Luke Olson. Out top for Jet Zabel. Zabel His pass over for Kaiser with 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Gets the screen. Kaiser drives in, head fake, gets for three. That rolls off the rim. Offensive board will come to Jed Zabel after it was tipped off of Kaiser. Went in a pass over for Olsen. He's on the baseline to a cutting Zabel. His shot is up and good. The Governors get on the board first, and an offensive rebound for Jed Zabel turns into 2 points for the Governors the other way. They lead it early on with 7:10 to go here in the first quarter. It is Feldy down low here on the right block for Camden Phipps. Phipps will try and turn on Zabel. He lost the handle of it, looking for a travel, didn't get the call, and Phipps somehow is able to bounce it out top. As driving in will be a Merman with his left hand, and that shot is missed, and the rebound grab of the Governors, but they turn it over and try to move too quickly down the floor, and it's 2-on-1 back the other way. That pass will go up and around, and Jacoby Merriman with the reverse layup to tie the game up 2-2. As the first minute has gone by here in the first quarter, 6:38 to go in the first, and we're tied 2-2. Olsen underneath for Zabel, head fake, kicks it out for Kaiser. Looks to his right, now addition, baseline. Olsen jumper is too strong, rebound. Another offensive board for Zabel, but he had to drop it, otherwise he was going out of play, and it will be taken by the Harrisburg Tigers. At the top here for Phipps, he'll throw it left side. Jacoby Merriman out back, out top for Braden Feldy. We'll work it to the left side, as it'll be taken by Plack underneath to a backdoor feed. That shot is up and good. Olsen will pick up the foul, and it is Feldy with that backdoor cut. Olsen had came over to help on the collapse on Phipps and was able to get it to Feldy for the bucket and the foul committed by Olsen, the first of the ball game for either side. 6:06 to go, and the free throw is missed by Feldy, and the rebound's grabbed by the Governors. 4-2 lead of American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. And Miles Doyle on the right side. Out top for Cade Kaiser. He'll look to his left. That pass is tipped and stolen away. It is Feldy down the floor. He is fouled. Another shot is good for Feldy as he is fouled. Second turnover of the ball game here for the Governors. And Feldy is back to the free throw line. Chance for another three-point play where he was failed the first time. And Kaiser picks up his first foul. So here is Feldy back to the line again here for Harrisburg. His free throw, that is good this time. And the three-point play is finished off in a 7-2 lead. 7-0 run now for the Harrisburg Tigers. 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. That pass is tipped. It's going to be off of Harrisburg. It'll stay with the Governors with 5:41 to go. This Harrisburg team 8-2. Only team to knock off the number one team in the state right now in Mitchell. They're 10-1 are the Colonels. Harrisburg's got the win over them. As Dawson Getz will catch, he's open for three. That one's short. Rebound, though, is grabbed by Zabel. Another offensive board for Jed Zabel. Olsen underneath for Zabel. Lost the handle of it as he's fallen away. He was able to get it back for Olsen. And then his pass is going to be taken away by Merriman, but then it's going to be saved by Olsen, and it'll eventually be grabbed by Maddox Plack. So the Governors have their third turnover here of the first quarter. And they trail it by 5 right now with 5:17 to go in the first quarter. Pass will come back out for Van Bakker. NBA range three. And the rebound is grabbed by Kaiser, racing down the middle of the floor. He'll split the defense. His shot is up, and he is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line for two. And the first foul committed by the Harrisburg Tigers here tonight. Foul committed by number 11 in Van Bakker, who missed that NBA range three, a long NBA range three. Kaiser steps to the free throw line. He sits at 58.8% from the free throw line so far this season, and the first one is an air ball to the delight of the Harrisburg student section. Governors as a team shooting 67%, 66.9% on the season. Second free throw. That one will be missed, and nearly was a lane violation on Harrisburg, but Kaiser goes 0 for 2 on that trip, and the Governors still down by 5, 7-2, with under 5 to go here in the first quarter. Phipps will catch underneath, Zabel fronting him, and then the shot is going to be no good because a travel is called on Phipps, and the first turnover of the ball game for the Harrisburg Tigers. Kaiser will take a seat. Sawyer Sunshine is in for the first time, as it will be able to inbound for Luke Olsen. 4:45 to go here in the first quarter. And then we get a foul committed by Harrisburg. Olsen Was able to draw that on Feldy. On the second Harrisburg foul of the evening. 4:44 to go here in the first quarter. Fresh 35 for the Governors. Sun and Shine, hands off for Getz. As he picks up his dribble, finds Olsen in the left wing. Throws it underneath for Zabel. Steps through. That pass was tipped and then intercepted. And another turnover by the Governors, their fourth here of the quarter. Driving the length of the floor with the right hand on the left side. Braden Van Bakker makes it 9-2. And the run is up to 9 for Harrisburg. That three is away, and Sawyer Sun and Shine buries the first triple of the ball game for the Governors. Sun and Shine's on the board. 9-5 our score. That ends that 9-0 run by the Tigers. Underneath for Phipps. And then we get a foul. That's going to be an offensive foul, and Sawyer Sun and Shine was able to draw that foul, as it's going to be Van Bakker, and that will pick up his second foul of the ball game. Second turnover by Harrisburg. It was off the ball on that turnover. And so Van Bakker will have to come out of the ball game. We'll have 3 subs checking in for Harrisburg. Cooper Twilliger is in for the Governors as we hit the 4-minute mark of this first quarter. Cade Anderson will make that Alex Smith that will pick up Luke Olsen across midcourt. Nolan Kroll is also in. Dawson Getz in the left corner. His pass goes back out for Luke Olsen. Governors down by 4 here in quarter number 1. Olsen goes the opposite way of the screen, is able to sidestep the man and get to the basket and float it in, as Luke Olsen does so well. Able to find his way to the basket. Man that stands at 5'11". Don't tell him that he stands at 5'11". There's a backdoor feed, and Jacoby Merriman will get his second bucket as the Governors lost him on defense. Got behind the defense. 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. 11-7. Harrisburg on top by 4 again. Sun and Shine was looking for a backdoor feed to Miles Doyle. Instead, will work his way around to the corner for Olsen. Now underneath the basket. Doyle had it, but he lost the handle of it. Ball is still loose, and it will be a tie-up as it will go to the Harrisburg Tigers, with the Governors winning the opening tip. And that's the 5th turnover overall by the Governors. Ty and Buss and Kate Kaiser will check back in for Doyle and Getz. Aiden Costain is also in here for the Harrisburg Tigers. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, with Drew McIntyre back at the station. John Wickley here on a Friday night. Costain at the top of the key, throws it left side for Smith. Back out top for Costain, trying to get it low for Plack. That shot's too hard, and the rebound's grabbed by Olsen. He'll lead the breakout. His pass for Kaiser, right back comes to Olsen on the right wing. Goes underneath for Twilliger. He'll turn, shot is blocked, tiptoes the sideline, and then the pass is going to be blocked and intercepted by number 20, Maddox Plack. And a 6 turnover. Stepping into a 3 was Merriman. That shot's missed, but the rebound comes back out to the Harrisburg Tigers. So Jacoby Merriman, the 6'4" senior, had it back again after he took his first 3 of the ball game. Costain for Merriman. 2:07 left to go here in the first quarter. That pass out top, Nolan Kroll back for Merriman again. The lefty will drive with the left hand, got to the basket, and an easy bucket for Jacoby Merriman. He's now got 6 in the quarter, and it's 13-7, a 6-point lead for Harrisburg with 1:50 to go here in quarter number 1. Ty and Buss, his pass over the corner for Olsen on the wing. It is Twilliger that will catch back out to Olsen. He'll drive baseline, kick into the right wing. 3 for Ty and Buss. So that's too strong. Rebound will be grabbed by Costain as he's able to hand the ball off before he had called for a travel. Smith will drive in, and he will travel. No, it's a foul committed against the Governors. Thought maybe they're going to get the travel, but a foul committed by Pierre. That's their 3rd foul, and that'll be on Sawyer Sun and Shine, his first. As Jet Zabel will check in for Sun and Shine. Alex Smith will check back out. 1:32 to go. Fresh 35 here for the Harrisburg Tigers. Baseline inbound. Feldy will inbound it on the right wing. Costain will catch the inbound pass. Out top for Kroll. Now back for Feldy. Underneath, Costain. The pass inside the paints, and the Governors left Feldy open in the middle of the floor. And Braden Feldy has now got hit. That's his first made field goal without being fouled. He's got 7 points. And a 8-point lead now for Harrisburg with 1:07 to go here in the first quarter. Largest lead for the Tigers. It was 9-2 at one point. Governors got within 2, but another 6-0 run as we hit the final minute here in the first quarter. Olsen lost the ball, taken away that time by Maddox Plack. 7th turnover of the quarter by the Governors. Merriman drives in, tough shot, missed it. In traffic, rebound though will be tipped back, and Merriman will get the ball back. Pass comes over for Kroll for 3. That shot is good. The 3 is up and good, and a timeout with 34.2 to go. As a 3 is in from Kroll, and Coach Kusler will take her first timeout with 34.2 left to go. This is a big possession. Obviously, it's a little bit of trying to get the message across here for the Governors that they need to score in this possession. They're down by 11 right now, but Coach Kusler not happy with how this team has played through this near first 8 minutes. And while she probably didn't want to have to burn a timeout, you kind of had to take a timeout. You really want to try. This is, if you score here, whether it's a 2 or a 3, you get yourself back within 10 after the first quarter. If you don't get the bucket that you want, another turnover, whatever it might be, things look vastly different if Harrisburg scores one more time down the floor in these last 34.2 to go. So Coach Kusler takes her first timeouts. Inbound pass for the Governors. No press for Harrisburg with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They will pick him up past midcourt. Feldy will be guarding Luke Olsen. Olsen pass to Buss, and it'll come back to Olsen. Now on the right side, make that the left side for Jet Zabel. Hands back off for Olsen with 15 to go in the quarter. Olsen will pass to the left elbow for Kaiser. Bounce pass. It'll come back for Olsen, tiptoeing the side end line. And it's going to be nearly saved with 5.4 to go. But stepping out of bounds was Maddox Plack, and then touching the ball was Plack. So it stays with the Governors with 5.4 remaining here in the first quarter. Kaiser will inbound. That pass is tipped down the floor. It's going to be taken by Feldy with a final second shot. It rolls off the rim, and the Governors catch a little bit of a break, although I don't think it's going to be much of a good break overall. They're down 18-7 after the first quarter and turned the ball over 8 times in that first 8 minutes. Back in a minute with the start of the second quarter. After this, you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Well, not the good start the Governors were hoping to have in that first quarter. They're trailing 18-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Govs turned the ball over 8 times in that first quarter, including that final seconds where they were hoping to pull within 10. They get the first possession here. That was a big chance for the Govs to, with a couple threes, an 11-point lead goes to 5 very quickly. There's Jet Zabel, left elbow jumper is knocked down, and the first bucket of the second quarter, second bucket overall for Zabel, as he's now got 4. And the lead's down to 9. Phipps will drive, kick it the right side. That pass is deflected, and it'll be at about off of Ty and Buss, as he nearly had the steal for the Governors. 7:34 to go here in the second quarter. 22 still off the shot clock, as it'll be a near corner inbound. Feldy will take it on the right baseline. Feldy, his pass for Phipps, spin move inside the paint, and it hit the bottom of the rim, and it rolled up the rim and in. And Camden Phipps has got his first bucket. To the paints, Jet Zabel is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First foul committed by Camden Phipps. And Zabel, where the Governors were 0 for 2 in that first quarter for the free throw line. And Zabel's first free throw attempts. Lefty knocks down the first free throw to make it 20-10. Zabel on the season so far, 70.6% from the free throw line. Second free throw is knocked in as well for Zabel. 2 for 2 that trip. He's got 6 points, leads Trim to 9. 7:18 remaining here in the first half. We get a foul away from the ball. Sunshine will foul. As cutting to the basket was Van Bakern. And Sunshine will pick up his second foul. Another right baseline inbound. Fresh 35 here. Feldy. His inbound pass. That shot rejected. Dawson Getz will reject it and get the ball. Olsen will drive it. He lost the handle of it, and it'll go back to the Harrisburg Tigers. Hand in the lane, hand in the face of Olsen. Got hold of the ball. Knocked it away. Olsen touched it one more time, and the Govs turned the ball over now for the 9th time here in the first half. Still in the first minute of this second quarter. 20-11. Governors are down by 9. Phipps, he'll spin to his right. Big man makes a big move. And Camden Phipps made it look easy. As 22-11. 6'6" senior. And no issues going down low for the Harrisburg Tigers. It is Zabel at the top of the key here for the Governors. He'll drive on Phipps. His pass is going to be behind Getz. Another turnover for Pierre. As we'll get the sub. And Eladio Simmental will check in for the first time. Sunshine will check out. And Simmental will be in. 6-foot junior. First action of this varsity game. Phipps will drive all the way in, and he took one too many steps. He's looking for, I didn't take one too many steps, but he travels and turns it over. Just the 3rd turnover of the ball game for Harrisburg. 6.5 to go here in the first half. The Governors are being doubled up right now, 22-11. Olsen in the left wing. Out top, Dawson Getz pulls up for 3. They needed that one, didn't get it. Rebound's going to be grabbed and taken by Van Bakern. Throw for Merriman, and Merriman will drive in. A blocking foul is committed against the Governors. As Doyle tried to set it, just didn't get there in time. And Doyle will pick up his first foul. And to the free throw line will be Jacoby Merriman. Harrisburg went 1 for 2 from the free throw line, both of them coming on the and 1 attempts from Braden Feldy. And the first free throw is good for Merriman. And the lead is at its largest right now, 23-11. Second free throw is also good for Merriman. So the Govs down by 13 with 6:05 to go. It'll be Simmental left side for Dawson Getz. On the left wing, Zabel hands off for Olsen. Gets the screen to Olsen. Ball is poked away, back in the backcourt. Then Olsen picks up his dribble nearly across midcourt. And then Doyle's pass is deflected by Merriman and will go out of play with 5:50 to go. 13 on the shot clock, and it'll be Kate Kaiser that will check in for Eladio Simmental. As the Govs are back to their 5 starters in the ball game right now. Olsen here for the Governors. Screen from Zabel, drives all the way to the bucket, floats to the basket, missed the shot, rebound grabbed by Phipps. He had the positioning, Zabel couldn't go over the top of him to grab the rebound. Now Merriman will drive baseline in the corner for Van Bakern for 3. That's 2 off the back iron, comes right back out, and an offensive rebound grabbed by Braden Feldy. 5:20 to go here in the first quarter, or the first half. Van Bakern cutting Merriman. He'll turn, that pass is tipped, but still grabbed by Feldy. Now the top of the key, that 3 is away, and that 3 is good from Maddox Plack to make it a 27-11 lead. First bucket of the ball game for Plack, and it's a 16-point advantage now for the Harrisburg Tigers. And there's a foul committed by Camden Phipps. A blocking foul as Olsen got the screen from Zabel, and Phipps tried to step in front and around and did not allow where Olsen was, kind of nudged him out of the way. And will pick up his second foul where he will hit the bench, and the Governors want to take advantage of him sitting on the bench right now. As it'll be Olsen here for the Governors. Right side, Dawson gets to the right elbow for Cade Kaiser. As he turns with it, kicks it over in the wing for Doyle. Back for Kaiser, hands back off for Doyle. He'll pull up for three. That's knocked in for Miles Doyle. That's a big three made by Doyle. But right back comes the Harrisburg Tigers. Back to Merriman as he'll drive in. Under the basket, he stepped out of bounds, and a turnover by Harrisburg. Doyle on the score sheet for the first time. Governors get a turnover the other way. Another big shot can get him back within 10. Here with 4:25 to go in the first half. Dawson gets that pass is tipped. It's going to be stolen by Harrisburg. Governors get the ball right back over to Harrisburg. Merriman, that pass deflected by Kaiser. And it will be out of play. It'll stay with Harrisburg with 4:14 to go. Dawson Getz will check out the ball game. Tyan Buss is back in. Governors trying to make sure that they have their right positioning defensively. As the inbound pass will be lobbed out from Feldy. And then the screen, Merriman underneath for, it will be Costain that missed the shot, and the rebound is grabbed by the Governors. Zabel will drive all the way to the basket with the right hand. He is fouled, and will go to the free throw line for two. Costain might have taken an inadvertent elbow. And he was the one that picked up the foul as well, so Zabel will go back to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 2 so far, and Costain will pick up his first foul. Zabel was rubbing the back of his head like he took maybe an inadvertent elbow. Free throw rattles home for Zabel to make it 27-15. 4:01 to go here in the first half. Governors were down by as many as 16. Got within 12, trying to make it an 11-point game. That one is going to be missed, though, and the rebound's grabbed by Harrisburg. Feldy will slow things down for a moment for Harrisburg, but he'll get the handoff from Plack, and Feldy has it again, looking to go in the corner for Van Bakkeren. Underneath, the turnaround shot, and the Governors misplaced where Plack was at. He's now got 5, and some of these have just been too easy here for Harrisburg underneath the basket. 3:30 to go here in the first half. Miles Doyle on the left wing. This pass for Zabel at the top of the key. Lob pass for Kaiser. His turnaround shot is going to be short. Rebound is tipped and it comes out. Van Bakkeren will grab the rebound. Up ahead for Merriman. He thought about a 3 in transition. He'll dump it low for Costain. The pass will go, skip past Van Bakkeren for 3. That one's missed and the rebound's grabbed by Buss. And Buss will lead the breakout. Up ahead for Olsen. And Olsen will pick up his dribble. He tried to skip past that. Merriman had his hand in the lane. And the pass will come up to Merriman. And a no-look pass. And the right-handed layup is missed. And it's out of play off of Harrisburg. And the Governors, again, are catching a few breaks. They caught that break there. But the break that you're getting isn't really the break that you kind of, yeah, you need it. But it's not really the break that you're happy to get overall. You're happy to get that on a play where you play good defense late in a possession and something like that would happen. And with 2:45 to go, Governors got to find a way to cut in this lead. Don't get all 14 points back. Last time I said that, Governors got all 10 points back in the first 2.5 minutes on Tuesday. That will be kicked as Zabel is trying to get that tough pass, threading the needle, and sticking his leg out was Maddox Plack to kick it away. Doyle will take his seats. Dawson gets back in the ball game. Governors have been a little bit more liberal about the bench today than other days. Some in and out guys, more so than they have been. Here's Olsen on the left baseline, picks up his dribble, ball's knocked away from it, so he does have his dribble back, but the pass will be tipped. Shot clock down to 4. Zabel steps back, he'll give it for Getz, now he'll pull up for 3, and that one's gonna be missed. Rebound's tipped by Terwilliger, and it's gonna be eventually grabbed by Harrisburg. 2:10 to go. Racing down the floor That's Kroll that will pass it back out. And we'll go right side back for Kroll. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 14-point lead for Harrisburg, 29-15. Governors want a couple of big defensive stops here late in this half. Pass to a cutting Kroll. Then he lost the handle of it. Oh, he's going to get called for the offensive foul. Thought he had lost the handle of it, but he used the shoulder, moved the forearm, and he will get called for the foul. A turnover by Harrisburg. First foul on Nolan Kroll. A couple of subs will check in. Alex Smith will be in, as well as also Isaiah Tapp will check in for the Harrisburg Tigers. Under 2 to go now here in the first half. Olsen will start to drive baseline, kick it out. Wing three for Getz. That one is offline again. And Tapp will get the rebound, but he stepped out of bounds. Just barely stepped out of bounds. Coach Langrock is trying to say that he was pushed that way, but it will be I don't know if that's a technical turn. I don't think that's a true rebound for Tapp. Had possession of it, but he landed out of bounds. As Olsen will inbound, lobs it out for Zabel. Now it's going to be to Williger, underneath for Kaiser. His shot is offline as he was underneath the basket. And the rebound is going to be grabbed by Harrisburg. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. The Governors can't buy a bucket late in the quarter. It'll be on the right side. Smith, hands off for Merriman. Merriman will drive, got inside the free throw line. That jumper will rattle home. And the lead's up to 16 once again here for the Harrisburg Tigers. It's only Merriman's first field goal, but he's now got 10 points. Quietly has 10 points in this first half. Zabel pass that is deflected. It'll be coming back to Zabel, though, before it went out of bounds from Kroll. Twilliger will catch it underneath. He has fouled, and he'll go to the line as he was able to get the pump fake used effectively, but he didn't score with the contact. 53.9 to go. Twilliger will step to the free throw line, looking to go on the score sheet. Foul was committed by Tapp, his first, and the team's fifth foul of the quarter. Twilliger's first free throw, that just falls off the rim. 31.8% from the free throw line. He's just 7 of 23. Hasn't gotten the line a whole lot so far this season. But he does miss that first one. Second free throw, and that one is knocked through from Twilliger. 31-16, 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Merriman with it for Harrisburg. He drives, lost the ball, but a foul committed by Sunshine. That's his third, and the Governors have one man in foul trouble here at the end of the second quarter and going into the third quarter. And Jacoby Merriman will step to the free throw line where he's already 2 for 2 in the quarter. And Ty and Bus will check in most likely for Sunshine with 45.3 to go. Free throw is good from Merriman, and Sunshine will take a seat. So leads back to doubling up the Governors, 32-16 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Second free throw from Merriman. That one is rolling off. The rebound is grabbed by the Governors. Olsen here for Pierre with 40 seconds to go. Really can't go 2 for 1, especially with how much time was left when that free throw went up to begin with. Dodson gets on the right side. Work left wing for Olsen. He lost the handle of the ball, but it will roll its way to Ty and Bus. Now back for Olsen in the quarter. Skip pass for Zabel, back at the top of the key. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Zabel will turn. That pass is deflected right back to Zabel. Now he'll hand off for Twilliger with 6 to go on the shot clock. That ball is tipped, and then everybody thought everybody else was going to go for it. Down to 10 seconds to go as Harrisburg has the ball. It is Tapp that will drive, lost the handle of it, picked up by Twilliger. Now it's going to be down to 3 seconds. Olsen forgets at the buzzer for 3, is missed. And we'll go to the half with the Governors trailing by 16, 32-16. Harrisburg has the advantage at the end of the first half. We will step aside, come back in 3 minutes, and give you halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Verting Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verting Electric, 224-8684.
At Anderson Rumsa Dental, we want to change the way your family views the dentist. Let us replace your dread of the chair with personal service in a friendly and inviting atmosphere. Using state-of-the-art technology, we offer porcelain crowns completed in 1 day, saving you time and money. Anderson Rumsa Dental, located at 1521 North Avenue in Pierre. Experience dental procedures performed while you're in a deeply relaxed state, often with no recollection of the time passed. Anderson Rumsa Dental. Call us today at 605-224-6111. That's 605-224-6111. We all have had to fix little things. Loose screw? Get a screwdriver. Nail coming up? Find a hammer. Bolt coming loose? Get some wrenches. Sometimes these little things tend to make us think we can fix big things. Plug drain? Call Allied Plumbing. Water heater leaking? Call Allied Plumbing. Sewer backed up? Trust me, leave it to the professionals and rely on your ally. Call Allied Plumbing. With 75 years of combined experience, it speaks for itself. Allied Plumbing, 494-2001.
South Dakotans, due to the recent flood, hail, and windstorms, many of you have damage and are in need of making repairs. When it comes to making the decision of who to hire to complete the repairs, you should always check with the Department of Revenue to ensure they're licensed to do business in South Dakota. And you should check with Consumer Protection to see if any complaints have been filed against the company. And finally, never sign anything until you read all the details. Rule of thumb, when someone knocks on your door to sell you a product or service, they need to provide you with a 3-day right to cancel. Go to consumersd.gov and look under transient vendors or call 800-300-1986.
Back here at Harrisburg High School as we have hit the halfway mark. It is 32-16 on American Family Insurance. Brittany shuffled by the scoreboard with the Governors that are trailing right now. It has been all Harrisburg through the first 16 minutes as we go through the scoring first for the Harrisburg Tigers. One man in double figures, that is number 24, Jacoby Merriman, who had to finish with 11 points, 6 in the first quarter, 5 in the second. 5 points for Maddox Black, 7 for Braden Feldy. Feldy had all 7 of his points in that first quarter. And then 2 points for Braden Van Bakeren, 4 for Camden Phipps, 3 for Nolan Kroll, who hit a 3 in that first quarter. Harrisburg went 4 of 6 from the free throw line in that first half. They turned the ball over 6 times. For the Pierre Governors, who turned the ball over 12 times, including 8 times in the first quarter. They are led by Jet Zabel, who had 7 points in that first half. Everybody else, they had just 1 field goal or free throw. 3 points for Sawyer Sunshine, who knocked down one of the 2 threes in the half. Miles Doyle's got the other 3 made in the half. 2 points for Luke Olson, and then a point for Cooper Twilliger. Kate Kaiser went 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Governors went 4 of 8 from the line in that first half. As again, they were outscored 32-16, turned the ball over twice as many times as the Harrisburg Tigers. And the Govs just couldn't find their way in that first quarter. They took a 2-0 lead, but since then, a quick 9-0 run by Harrisburg got them up 9-2. Govs pulled back within 2 to make it 9-7, but that's as close as they've been since then. Harrisburg jumped out to an 18-7 lead at the end of the first quarter, and then now lead at 32-16 here to start. Will be starting the third quarter. Pierre Governor girls, they're at home right now against O'Gorman. They're down by 13 at the end of the first half, 27-14 to undefeated O'Gorman, as the Lady Knights are trying to stay undefeated and stay near the top of the standings for the girls basketball. Here it is, a 32-16 lead for Harrisburg over the Governor boys at the end of the first half. Tomorrow we've got coverage again, 12:30 we start coverage, 1 o'clock at tip-off between the Governors and the O'Gorman Knights. We'll have it right here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports as it goes. Regardless of how this game goes, they need a big win tomorrow against O'Gorman, who have they haven't fallen off by any means, but they have fallen out of the top 8 in the AA standings, and the Govs want to keep them below the top 8 in the AA standings because they're sitting at 6. They want to make sure that they get back up. They want to stay up high enough, at least for hosting a SODAC 16 playoff game coming up at the beginning of March. Governors lead it to make that trail at 32-16 at the end of the first half. We will step aside for 3 minutes. Come back with the start of the second half after this. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR, watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Govs!
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors, they are down by 16 to start the second half on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. Governors trail at 32-16. And the first possession will go to Harrisburg to start the third quarter. Governors have a lot of working from. They're down by 10 against Aberdeen Central on Tuesday. They were back tied within the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. Going to be much more difficult, not because the score that makes it already much more difficult, but you're playing the second best team in the state right now. Governors, you take it half a quarter at a time here. In the next 4 minutes, you got 16 minutes to go, and you're down by 16. You got to inch within a point every minute of this ball game the rest of the way, and you can send it to overtime. Governors get a stop here defensively. Down the other side of the floor, Miles Doyle missed the shot, as that'll be off the backboard, and a rebound coming for the Tigers. As it's Van Bakkeren that will drive baseline, goes up and under, reverse layup, and it's 34-16. And Braden Van Bakkeren's got his first field goal since the first quarter. 18-point advantage here for the Tigers. Dawson Getz right side here for Kate Kaiser. That pass is tipped. Getz will get it back near midcourt. Now it's going to be for Zabel. He'll pull up for three. That one is short. Rebound is going to be tipped around a couple of times. Phipps will eventually come away with it. And the Governors have another empty trip down the floor. First minute gone by here the third quarter. Governors now down by 18. As the pass will come over on the left side, Van Bakkeren will catch in the corner again. Pump fakes a three, works it back out top for Phipps. On the right side for Merriman, driving. Kaiser has him in the corner for Van Bakkeren. He's got another one, and big three. He's got all 5 points to start this second half, and the lead's up to 21 now for Harrisburg. Olsen on the left side. That pass is tipped, another steal. 13th turnover of the ball game for Harrisburg. Up ahead for Phipps. He traveled, but he gets the layup to go. Looked like he traveled at least. And Camden Phipps will make it his 6 points night for him. Timeout taken by Coach Brianna Kusler. Not the start of the second half that you're hoping to have. 39-16. Governors are now down by 23. We will step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
We might not be the largest repair shop in town, but we take pride in what we do. We want to make the experience as painless as possible for you, so we will work with your insurance company on your claim from beginning to the end. Locally owned with 50 years combined in the shop, Wheelhouse Auto Body will take the stress off of you. Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield, or contact them at 605-494-0436. 605-494-0436 or wheelhouseautobody@gmail.com.
Back here at Harrisburg High School, Pierre Governors now down by 23 to start this second half. Still 6:16 to go in the third quarter. Again, the still is not going to get all these points back at once, but the Governors have to make sure that they get stops the other way, and they don't want to have any more empty possessions. Not that you can the rest of the way, but you really want to keep scoring every time you get on down the floor. And another empty possession here as Phipps forces the miss of Jet Zabel. Now Merriman will drive, kick it in the corner. They thought about another three, but now it's going to be Phipps back at the top here for Harrisburg, and that time he travels and will turn it over. 7th turnover of the ball game now for Harrisburg. And we'll go back to the Governors. 23-point lead for the Harrisburg Tigers. Luke Olson here for the Governors. Hands off for Dawson Getz. Pass as Doyle was starting to cut to the basket. Getz's pass was going to be well behind him, but it was thankfully tipped out of play by Maddox Plack. As Zabel will catch the inbound pass here for the Governors. Hands off for Doyle. Out top for Olson. He'll step back. His pass over for Getz. He'll work it back out to the wing. Zabel inside for Olson at the free throw line. Olson will turn with it, trying to get the separation, and a hold and a foul called against Harrisburg. Give the Governors a fresh 35. They only had 8 on the shot clock. Feldy will pick up his second foul. As the Govs will inbound for Zabel. Then he lost the handle of the ball and turnover. And offensively, it's just not been the night for the Governors. Too many turnovers here in this ball game right now. You get 4 new guys going to check in here as the three goes up and missed by Van Bakkeren, and a foul committed by Harrisburg on the rebound attempt. That will be, I believe, on Van Bakker. Nope, it's going to be on Maddox Plack. His first foul. And we'll get 4 new Governors in. They have not put the foul up on the screen yet, or on the board, but it was, I believe, on Maddox Plack, which will be his first. So now here's Sawyer Sunshine in the ball game. Ty Buss, Cooper Twilliger, and Eladio Simmental all checked in for the Governors. Only Luke Olson stayed out there in that starting bunch. Olson goes up and under, reverse layup, and the Governors finally on the board here in the second half. Olson now with 4 points. And the lead still 21 for Harrisburg with 4:40 to go here in the third. Driving, baseline. Layup is good and a foul committed by the Governors. Black will pick up the points, draw the foul, and will step to the line for a chance for a 3-point play as Eladio Simmental will pick up the foul. Black now with 7. And the free throw only in 1 attempt. That'll be off back iron. Rebounds grabbed by Terwilliger. Olson here for the Governors. He'll drive inside. That shot rejected by Phipps. One of the few times that we've seen Olson go to the basket and not be able to at least get that shot up to the basket, as Merriman will get the jumper to fall on the baseline to make it 43-18, a 25-point lead now for Harrisburg. 4:10 to go here in the third quarter. Simmental for Sunshine. His pass left side for Olson. Pass for Buss, that's going to be intercepted. Van Bakker, 2-hand slam. He swings himself on the rim. And Van Bakker now with 7 points in the quarter, 9 in the ball game, and a 45-18 lead. And somewhere Jackson Edmonds might be, well, if he's not playing with Black Hill State in this game, as there's another steal. It's going to be back the other way, off the backboard, as Merriman tried to recover for a tip slam. They will go back as Plackett tripped over, apparently it tripped over his own feet. Olson will step into a 3, and the rebound will be grabbed by Plack. But to finish that thought, somewhere Jackson Edmonds watching this game knowing, wait a second, that did that a couple different times and got called for technicals. There's 3:15 to go. I would say that shouldn't have been that should have been technical. That's not. But it's funny how the Governors, and I mean this in a now joking way, that especially Jackson Edmond, as there's a shot that's a foul. Ty Buss will pick it up, and it will be Van Bakker that will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. But it felt like every time the Governors dunked the ball last year and even the year before, it was a quick technical given to any of the Pierre Governors as Van Bakker makes the first free throw. So you become hypersensitive every time that the Governors, or that anybody dunks the ball at any point right now, and against Pierre, whether it is Pierre or against them, you feel like the whistle's going to go for a technical. As the Govs will make a couple of subs. Kate Kaiser Dawson gets back in the ball game, 46-18. Make it 47-18 on the 2-for-2 free throw attempt from Van Bakker. So it's a 29-point lead with 2:58 to go here in the third quarter. That was a long 2 for Sawyer Sunshine. It's missed, but Buss will get the offensive board. Cade Kaiser out right side for Ty Buss. Cade Kaiser again, left side. Sunshine top of the key. He'll look to his left, dribble between the legs, hand off right side gets as he'll drive. Left elbow jumper is short, and the rebound's grabbed by Harrisburg. They can increase this lead above 30 on this possession. Merriman lost the ball, handled the ball, diving on the floor. The ball pops out, and the Governors will take over. Turnover by Harrisburg. Sunshine will get credit for the steal. Eladio Simmental got on the floor to try and almost had that steal. Sunshine almost to travel. The referee says the ball was tipped. That's why he didn't get called for it. Good pump fake by Simmental, and he knocks down the jumper. Eladio Simmental is on the score sheet to make it 47-20 with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Van Bakker, he comes off the floor. Seems to maybe bleeding a little bit, and that's why they get him off the floor. Eladio Simmental overall had, he not averaging a point per game, and He made a couple of shots, did Simmental, but this is his first real bucket here late in this any competitive game. Now it's 27-point disadvantage for the Governors, but Simmental's got a lot more minutes and has played well. He's played hard for the Governors, especially. Driving baseline, Alex Smith puts up to the basket, missed the shot, but the rebound will be tipped back over to him. That came off the hands of Costain, and Alex Smith will get the bucket. 49-20 with 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ty and Buss on the right wing. It is Dawson Getz. Long three is away, and finally Dawson Getz knocks one down. Maybe a sigh of relief from Getz. Pass is tipped. Costain will have it back, and then Tap will get we get one hard dribble to put the shot in, and we get the lead back up to 28 with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. That shot looked like it might have been almost blocked, but Simmental will get the offensive board. Trying to backdoor feed for cutting Dawson Getz, but that is stolen away by Harrisburg. The Governors have turned the ball over 3 times here in the third quarter. 45 seconds to go here in the third. 51-23. Harrisburg can take that 30-point lead on any made bucket. That ball goes between the legs of Kaiser on the pass, but it's going to be picked up by Simmental. Third turnover by the Harrisburg Tigers as the Sun and Shine will throw it right side. That pass is tipped and stolen away. As it will be Anderson that will give way to Tap, who will throw it down with one hand to get the lead up to 30. 53-23. 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Sun and Shine. This pass is deflected. Another steal here for Harrisburg. And then a foul committed, or the ball goes out of bounds. With the running clock, that will take us to the end of the third quarter. And the Governors trail at 53-23 at the end of 3. We'll have a continuous clock in the fourth quarter with the Governors trailing by 30. Back in a minute with the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
This winter, sip on a delicious hot cocoa and lose yourself in the grace of a fresh falling snow before you smash that hot mug on the driveway and join First Dakota to bank some noise for winter sports. Stomp for block shots, holler for match ceiling takedowns, and go berserk for a perfect dismount. Let's give the home team all we've got. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com, member FDIC.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120. Start of the fourth quarter. Governors are down by 30 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Starters back out there right now for the Governors. Miles Doyle, baseline, kicks it over for Zabel. Zabel will hand back. Olsen's open for 3. He'll take it short, but the offensive board from Zabel. The putback is good. And the Govs will get the first points of the fourth quarter, but it's going to take a lot here in the fourth for the Govs to come all the way back. The running clock, the continuous clock, will go until the Govs pull within 20. Even if they get into 21 points, that continuous clock will still go. As it is, Merriman on the left side. Driving all the way is Van Bakern, got to the bucket. And Van Bakern, who had himself a strong third quarter, adds to it, as he's now up to 13 points and leads right back to 30. Gets baseline, that shot rejected. Doyle, the offensive board, gives back for Zabel. Pump fake off the glass. Zabel's got 4 in the quarter, now 11 in the ball game. And the only player in double figures for the Governors right now, who have scored just 27 points with a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. 3 is on its way. That was missed by Maddox Plack, but an offensive board from Jacoby Merriman. So the first test of this weekend And again, no disrespect to O'Gorman right now, but this was the tougher of the two tests. As Merriman will drive with the left hand, almost got that one to go, and he'll step to the free throw line where the clock will stop soon, with Merriman going to the line for 2 free throws. And it will be the first foul committed by Dawson Getz. The clock will officially stop with 6:12 to go here in the fourth. Merriman's got 13 points, make it 14 as he knocks down the first free throw. So it's not like how this game is going will be any indication of how tomorrow goes, or that the Governors want to reset after a game like this tonight. The second free throw is in to make it 57-27. But they will be able to reset. Again, it's not going to be much easier. It's still, every game is tough when you're playing AA basketball. But this was the tougher of the two games. And the Govs will have to hit the reset button tonight. Luke Olson, that pass underneath for Zabel. His shot is missed, but the rebound as Zabel, it'll be a tie-up. It'll go back to the Harrisburg Tigers with 5:40 left to go here in the fourth quarter. One thing, too, for the Governors, this is a chance for them to reset and get an overnight stay, get the hotel stay, chance to bond a little bit as a team. And that's something to be said, as Van Bakker will pull up for 3 and buries a triple. And Van Bakker, who had just 2 points at the end of the first half, he's got 14 of his 16 here in the third and fourth quarter. Olsen underneath the basket, bounce pass, Doyle, left corner 3, short, rebound, and out of bounds off of the Tigers and off of Maddox Plack. And the benches will start to empty. The bench will empty for the Harrisburg Tigers as they'll bring in 5 new players. Their starters will get an ovation from the Harrisburg fans. Now you look at the bench of what Harrisburg has. Everybody's out there. Caden Anderson, even he got in the ball. All 5 of these guys have already played here for Harrisburg. So they're a team that goes 10 deep. And that's all they got on their roster is those 10 guys. Or at least all that's dressed for the night. As Sawyer Sunshine has it, Eladio Simmental, Cooper Twilliger, Tyan Buss, and Miles Doyle out there on the floor right now. Governors will turn the ball over. That is 18 turnovers now in the ball game for the Governors, with 4:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Smith will drive in. Buss trying to set the charge. He does. Harrisburg will turn the ball over for the 10th time tonight. And that foul committed by Alex Smith on the charge, and a good defensive play from Tyan Buss. And again, there's things to build off of. You're down by 33. Tyan Buss setting a charge. It's easy just to kind of step away. Who cares if they score or not? You can say that because you're down by 33, but Buss did not let that happen. And a good defensive play from Tyan Buss and an effort play from Tyan Buss. So your Sunshine will give way for Eladio Simmental. And at this point, this is where you as Buss will pull up for 3. That one's banked off the backboard and too strong. The rebound's grabbed by Harrisburg. This will be Caden Anderson for 3. That is buried by Anderson as he gets on the score sheet to make it 63-27. You're looking at the effort to be given here for the Governors. As Coach Brianna Kusa will take a timeout. I think she will talk with the team with 3:14 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 63-27, Governors are down here in the fourth. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors down 63-27 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard with 3:14 remaining. We have J.J. Buckles now in the ball game for the Governors. Simmental here for Pierre on the left side. Out top for Sunshine. Buckles will catch on the left wing. Gives back, Ty and Bus. Now it's going to be Simmental pulling up for three. That's an air ball, but the rebound will be grabbed by Sunshine. Down to 6 to go on the shot clock. Bus will take one dribble to his right. That jumper falls for Ty and Bus. And maybe it's something for Ty and Bus here in the fourth quarter to kind of get the confidence going. I think for Ty and Bus, you want to see him be a lot more confident on the basketball floor for this Governor team. He'd be a key part. He will be a key part down the stretch for the Governors. You want him to feel confidence, want him to be a confident basketball player down the stretch, and maybe something like this right now will give him a chance to gain that confidence, to just start to gain that confidence a little bit. 63-29, Governors down here with 2:10 to go. They get the ball back. It'll be Sun and Shine. Now we will have actually four more guys that will check in. So they did have a deeper bench. Should have just looked a little bit farther down the bench. That's below me right now. Hard to see everybody on the bench. That ball is bouncing around. It'll eventually find its way out of play, and it'll stay with the Governors. So we'll get 4 fresh bodies in, as it will be Riley Welpert wearing number 5. Number 12 and Creighton Gibbon will check in. Also have Stellan Larson in the ball game. And one more man that trying to find the number. There it is, number 30, and Beckham DeCurtains will also check in. 90 seconds left to go. Pass, go to the backcourt. Cooper Twilliger can track it down. It wasn't going to be a backcourt violation, but Twilliger couldn't track it down. And with 1:24 to go, and then they'll start the clock again. They're saying, saying if it wasn't tipped, it should have gone all the way back down the other way. So it was tipped by the Governors. With 1:08 left to go here in quarter number 4. Governors will fall to 8-5 in the season. Rebound off the missed 3 will be grabbed by Larson. And the pass almost stolen by Simmental. Almost came back to Simmental again. Harrisburg will improve to 9-2. Governors, again, have to reset and get going for tomorrow afternoon's game against the O'Gorman Knights. They play at 1 o'clock. Varsity tip-off will be at 1 o'clock on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll have coverage around 12:30. The Govs have got to reset. This game kind of, it's going to be a learning experience for the Governors. A game where, the Govs have kind of played with fire, not having so good starts, as this will be a shot that falls for Creighton Gibbon. To make it 65-29. Shot clock is turned off with 17 seconds to go. But this is a game when you look back at the season, you say this is where the team had to find something. It's a character loss for the Governors. And I say that not in a, you want to make it a positive, as Sunshine will miss the shot at the buzzer, and the game will come to an end, 65-29. Harrisburg will beat the Governors. It's a character loss because this tomorrow's game is very important to see what the character of this Governor team is. After a loss like this tonight, where things from the start just didn't go your way after a 2-0 lead, we're going to see the character of the Governors and see what they have after a loss like this tonight. We'll talk more in the post-game show coming up. We'll step aside for 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
As community bankers, Bank West employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
As we welcome you back here, the Pierre Governors fall tonight in a 65-29 loss. Governor Girls right now, they are trailing 46-25 in the fourth quarter as they are trailing to the undefeated O'Gorman Lady Knights, and who the Governor Boys will take on tomorrow in their game against the O'Gorman Knights on the boys' side of things. So the Govs, they fall here tonight 65-29 as we go through the scoring here. Governors had a 2-0 lead. Harrisburg then went on a 9-0 run, and that was pretty much all she wrote for that ball game. Harrisburg never trailed again. The Governors got within 9-7, and then I guess maybe not all she wrote with the 9-7 score. After that, that was all she wrote because the Govs just couldn't keep up with the Harrisburg Tigers. They were down 18-7 after the first quarter, then 32-16 at half. They trailed by 30 at the end of three quarters and ultimately fall by 34 here tonight. Make that 36 here tonight, 65-29 to the Harrisburg Tigers. We look at the scoring for the Governors as Jet Zabel led the way with 11 points as Zabel scored those 11 to lead the team. He had 7 in the first half, including 5 of his 7 in the second quarter. Then it was 4 points for Luke Olson, 2 for Ty and Buss. And then also as well 3 points for Sawyer Sunshine, 3 for Dawson Getz, 3 for Miles Doyle, 2 for Eladio Simmental, and 1 for Cooper Terwilliger. Governors did not go to the free throw line in that second half as they shot 4 of 8 from the line in total of that ball game. For the Harrisburg Tigers, well, real quick too, the Governors turned the ball over 18 times in the loss here tonight. On the Harrisburg Tigers side, they got a lot of guys into scoring, 2 in a double figure. 16 points for Braden Van Bakkern, who had 14 of his 16 in the second half, and also finished with 9 of his 16 in that third quarter. But a 16.9 to lead all scorers, 15 for Jacoby Merriman, and then 7 for Maddox Plack, 6 for Camden Phipps, 7 for Braden Feldy. All 7 of his points came in the first quarter, did not score after that. And then it was 4 points, make that also, 7 for Max Black, 7 for Feldy, 6 for Camden Phipps. Then 4 points for Isaiah Tapp, 3 points for Nolan Kroll, as well as also Caden Anderson, and then a bucket apiece for Alex Smith and Creighton Gibbon to round out the scoring for the Harrisburg Tigers, who shot 8 of 11 from the free throw line, 4 of 6 in the first half, 4 of 5 in the second half. And then a total of 10 turnovers in the ball game for the Harrisburg Tigers on the evening as they improved to 9-2 on the season, and the Governors fall to 8-5 on the year. And the Govs again will take on the O'Gorman Knights tomorrow afternoon. O'Gorman played yesterday and lost to Washington at 60-50, and O'Gorman sits at 6-5. They're number 10 in the standings, and we'll see if there's much change. Probably not a whole lot of change will be made. The Govs might fall down in the number 7 spot depending on how the rest of the games go this evening, but we'll see how the Governors go by the we'll see how the Governors do tomorrow to see how the standings will officially change going into Monday, but we'll have a full recap of that coming up on Monday and see where the Governors might lie after that. Again, the Governor girls, they are trailing right now to O'Gorman late in the fourth quarter, or in that fourth quarter, as the Govs, it might be a bad Friday night for the Pierre Governors on the basketball court. Wrestling-wise, the Governor boys, they picked up a 62-9 win over the Huron Tigers tonight, so that's a a good win for the boys' side. And then we'll also have the tournament going to Brookings. The Governor girls will go to Aberdeen Central tomorrow. Governor Gymnastics will be in Watertown for the ESD tomorrow as well. And we will have the boys' game tomorrow afternoon for the Govs and the O'Gorman Knights coming up from O'Gorman High School. And again, coverage will start at 12:30, and the tip-off will be at 1 o'clock from O'Gorman High School tomorrow afternoon as the Govs fall here today, 65-29 to the Harrisburg Tigers. That'll wrap things up for us here this evening. We will be back on the air 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for the Governors and the Knights. Coming from O'Gorman High School, we'll have that call for you. I want to say thanks to Drew McIntyre back at the station. John Wickley here signing off. Governors fall tonight 65-29. We say so long from Harrisburg High School.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Governor Basketball is sponsored by Rising Hope Counseling, Bank West, Fisher Rounds, Billion Auto, AGE, Envirotech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, River Bottom Sanitation, CHS River Plains, Wheelhouse Auto Body, Edward Jones Financial, Allied Plumbing and Heating, Farting Electric, Gales Gas, First Dakota National Bank, Faith Lutheran, Lamb Motors, Shane's Pharmacy, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Anderson Rumsa Dental, Todd's Electric, Graham Tire, Avera, and the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports